Okay, let's try this again. It's the second time I'm recording this. The first time, audio blipped halfway because I ran out of memory space. Oops. So 2023 has flown by and 2024 is arriving fast. It's a time where everyone just lets go and they enjoy the festive season and they'll just wait till the new year to get motivated. Start the new year off with a bang, with New Year's resolutions or goals. But before we jump into setting goals and looking ahead, I always believe that it's important to reflect and appreciate what we've done this year and just get a sense of where we're at. So every year around the second half of December, my partner and I will sit ourselves down and take stock of our year by doing this exercise called the annual review. We sit down, put on our instrumental playlist on Spotify, light a candle, create a zen and conducive atmosphere for us to focus and recollect and just reflect on our year. We do this across a few days of blocked chunks of time because the exercise requires you to recall and reflect and think inwards. And trust me, it takes up a lot of energy. Like, brain drain is real. I did mine in 2 days, and towards the last bit, I was like, please refer to question above, because I was just so tired of answering questions. But breaking it down really quickly, the annual review prompts you to think about several areas of your life. We go through recollection exercises like looking through my calendar and photos to see what I did this year and what were the highlights of my year. And then gratitude exercises, what was I thankful for? Reflection exercises in different aspects of your life. What went well, what didn't? And it covered family, romance, finances, health, etc. And lastly, of course, goal setting and action plan exercises. What's your purpose, goal setting, and how you can achieve your goals for the next year. So if you're interested to do this, there are a few free resources or prompts you can look at to help you. There's the annual review by Shelf, which is the one I have been using for the past several years. There's Compass Year as well, which I think my partner did last year. And there was this really interesting one from Ali Abdal via his newsletter. And it's very broad prompts on how to help you find your purpose or direction in life. So I thought that was really helpful as well. I'll link it down in the description. It's a really beneficial exercise. I myself have been doing it since 2020. Every year before I start on my reflections, I take the time to look at my previous year's thoughts, and it's great to see how far I've come. Sometimes I also see patterns that emerge that help me identify problems, and I can deep dive and reflect into the problems and further understand myself. How did my 2023 go? There was a question. Describe 2023 in 3 to 5 words. Mine were broke, directionless, brave, inconsistent, and spiritual. Very different, right? But clearly not really feeling it this year as well. But how would you describe your year in 5 years? Let me know in the comments below. So, significant events that have happened this year. Firstly, of course, leaving my corporate job to do content creation full-time was a big leap of faith. I did do my financial planning, but at the moment I'm feeling like, ugh. And for those who have watched the channel, you all know that I have always talked about this nagging feeling at the back of my mind, worrying about financials. So I really wish that I had done even more financial planning, but it is what it is. Secondly, traveling. I think traveling to Japan, Bali and Perth this year was really good. Japan is always snowboarding. I really love the cold. I really love the snow. I love Japan's culture. Same as Bali, like just being around nature, going there to do yoga. The people are friendly. It's amazing. And lastly, Perth. It's like my second home, so being there was just fun. The weather, the food, and had the chance to, do my filmmaking. I did a whole new sort of type of video there, so I really enjoyed that experience. Working with Google as a creator. I love Google, you all know this, duh. Just being able to work with folks there, like the vibes are so good, they're so nice. Of course, Google works on really cool stuff as well, like having the chance to review the Pixel and just being part of the creator group is just great. And I get to meet other awesome creators as well. So thank you, Google, for always keeping me in mind. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to working with you guys for like the long run. And lastly, maybe it's recency bias or whatnot, but NAS Summit Singapore was an amazing experience for me. Not only did I get to meet other content creators and really awesome people, getting roasted was one of the best things that could have ever happened to me. I'm very proud of myself for putting myself out there to get roasted, and obviously I did not expect such a good reaction from the sir. So I'm very grateful for that, and I think I always kind of like keep it in my heart. It was important because now I know that, hey, I can do video work. Though everything is self-taught, I'm still able to do good work. So fingers crossed, let's see what that opportunity brings me. The next part I wanted to highlight was quite interesting. What big questions about my life am I asking myself? It delved into a very like philosophical realm. So things like, can I lead a life of happiness? What is happiness? I mean, what is happiness, right? Pursuing your passion at the expense of worrying about your financial situation versus being stuck in a job you really hate but you still get lots of money. Like, which is better? What is the balance? You know, oh my gosh, it's all about balance, but it's so hard to find that balance. Which leads me to what is truly enough for me financially. I don't know. I haven't even got to that point. So I want to know what is financially enough for me that I don't keep thinking of, I need more. Another bit would be, how can I feel worthy or how can I feel enough? I think all these stem from a lot of childhood issues. So yeah, just kind of like working through it. And I always am very hard on myself. I beat myself up a lot about YouTube or whatever projects I'm doing. So I want to be able to be kinder to myself, but obviously it's all psychological. So it's quite hard to say like, oh, I'm going to be kind and not feel like I'm going easy on myself. I mean, does that make sense? The last big question is, will I ever make it as a YouTube creator? I mean, I've been doing this for 4 years. It's going to be 5 years next year. And yes, follower count has grown and all that, right? But am I seeing enough tangible results? Am I being too stubborn and not wanting to do short form? I love my long form and I feel like I am putting the effort to get better, but I'm not seeing results. I'm not seeing more subscribers. I'm not seeing more subscribers fast enough. I don't want to be too stubborn and not listen to feedback from other people, right? But I want to kind of stay true to myself and create what I like to create for my audience as well. So there's always that conflict that I'm always trying to figure out. This area was quite interesting because it made me think a lot about philosophical questions. It was quite interesting. So what's in store for 2024? My purpose, I think it's always been the same. The current mission in life is to really inspire folks to chase their dreams, to lead happy, healthier lives because guys, we only have one life. So be healthy, be happy, do what you want to do. Don't dread every day. It's a terrible feeling. But do it responsibly. Do it responsibly and make sure your financials are in order. So for goal setting in the past, I've always set several lofty goals and I've never managed to accomplish them. So this year, I really want to be very intentional about how many goals I'm setting and how high I set them. So firstly, let's talk about stable finances. So I want to get a job to sustain my lifestyle and cover myself financially, but ideally in the field of video so that I can continue to learn and hone my skills. So for health, I've always believed that health is the foundational pillar of having a happy life, right? So I really want to have an even bigger focus on health next year, physically, mentally, spiritually. So on the physical side of things, I'm going to try to eat healthy 85% of the time. So I think I will still definitely have, snacks here and there. I did the whole extreme diet before and it didn't really work for me. So I guess a little compromise would be okay. But yeah, it's hard to give up my chips, man. Oh, mentally and spiritually, I really want to continue to journal. I think it's a good habit that I picked up this year and it's really helped me to be a lot more calmer. I've also started seeing a psychotherapist this year. It's a lot of deep work, I would say, just understanding why you act a certain way, how you act, and there's a lot of deep diving into your childhood issues. So all this to me is an investment in my health, my mental health. And then for content creation. So for YouTube, I definitely want to continue to work on my dream of becoming a YouTuber. Let's see if we can finally hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of 2024. I didn't hit that goal this year, but let's keep trying. I'm going to improve on my filmmaking skills, my editing skills, and my storytelling skills. And I really want to be more consistent with my uploads. So I'm going to try to do it once a week, if not once every 2 weeks. With the Creator in Progress podcast, I'm going to complete season 1 of the podcast and I've got some exciting guests lined up, so definitely stay tuned for that. But what I'm really excited for is actually the Creator in Progress community. But the thing is, I'm still thinking about what exactly do I want the community to be about. So far, I started it with kind of like self-development tips in mind, but I also kind of want to expand it to helping creators who are starting out their content creation journey. Because I've been talking about it quite a fair bit and I realized I enjoyed it. And during the NAS Summit, there were people who actually came up to ask about the process. So why not, right? Maybe having a goal of having 100 people join the community by the end of 2024 would be great. And last but not least, investing time spent with the right friends. I really want to spend more time with my partner, our families, and our dogs. So that's my year in summary. And in all honesty, I didn't feel like 2023 was an amazing year. It was more of a year of self-discovery, navigating through ambiguity, and learning more about my own capabilities. It's the first year I haven't worked a proper 9 to 5, or really getting used to not having stable income, getting used to being more disciplined, to meet my own deadlines. It's been tough. But you know what? I'm excited to see what 2024 will bring, especially with all that I've planned for the channel, for the community, and just for what life brings. I mean, all we can do is put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward, right? So let's do this together. So I hope all of you will have an amazing end of the year. Enjoy the holidays. Take care of yourself because COVID is still around. And I'll see y'all in the next video next year.